Spider-Man Web of Shadows, a game that was released back in 2008 across multiple platforms and the final Spider-Man game Treyarch worked on. But also, it was the first game I ever played on the PS3 all the way back in 2011. So today I decided to go back and get the game's platinum. And that's how the video would start if the game actually had trophies. Web of Shadows actually does not have trophies, since the software development kit for the trophies came in late during the development cycle, and the publishers did not want to quote-unquote chuck them in. But not all hope is lost. The game does have achievements on the Xbox 360. So welcome to my first ever video on Xbox. Let's begin. The iconic Beethoven playing in the background, I think. Spider-Man just, not giving an absolute shit at all. If I remember correctly though, the Spider-Man voice actor in this is very interesting. And here we are in the prelude. But my first step is to do the good ending. And we got our first achievement, a 50-hit combo. After getting that achievement, Spider-Man tracked down Mary Jane and Luke Cage after learning they weren't at the safe zone yet.
I promise, I won't use it again.
You promise? We are way past that.
We ain't got time for this.
Talking about OnlyFans. There's my girlfriend, Black Cat.
Don't do it. Just come with me.
And now we go back to the beginning. 4 days earlier, Spider-Man found himself in a battle with Venom, and as Venom was attacking Spider-Man, the symbiote released spores that recreated Spider-Man's symbiotic suit. Spider-Man knocked out Venom, but then Mary Jane called his name, and he took a quick glance over. But when he looked back, Venom had disappeared. We followed the ambulance MJ was inside of to the hospital, which happened to be the battlefield for two gangs. Thankfully, Luke Cage showed up and helped us out by taking down the enemies. He then gave us our first objective, which was to stop 5 crimes. Alright, so now I have to stop 5 crimes. Hey, you guys are on the same team, what the heck? And while stopping this crime right here, I got an achievement for defeating 50 enemies using only ground combos. And we got an achievement, ground combo skill. I had 2 crimes left that I had to stop, so I became the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that the city needed. Ma'am, I think your car is out of order, or your taxi. Let me take care of that. You're welcome. Why are you guys just fighting in the middle of the road? Do it somewhere private where you won't hurt anybody else. Guys, can we please stop with the gang violence? I want to go see my girlfriend in the hospital. Now, I believe it's a good time to talk about the only missable achievement in the game. To get this achievement, you have to complete 60 optional missions. There are around 70 in total, so it was important to start completing them early because once you leave an act, you cannot complete the ones that were active anymore. And I know it may look like I'm committing some crimes right now, but all I'm doing is trying to injure citizens so that I can save them. Defeat 100 enemies. I don't know if you would count those as enemies. I'm hurting civilians. 25 city crimes thwarted. Now for the next couple of achievements, my mic was not on, but I got an achievement for thwarting 100 city crimes and then web kicking 5 enemies at the same time. We were now in the park after the 2 gang leaders agreed to a parlay. However, 43 snipers showed up to the parlay, yet they were not able to get a single shot off as we got our next achievement for defeating 50 enemies using air combos. I stopped all of the snipers and then chose my first red option in the playthrough. Choosing the red option led to us defusing the situation by showing the 2 leaders that this was all a setup, and then we got the achievement for completing Act 1. I then headed over to Kingpin's tower, and while I was on my way over there, I collected my 100th spider. We arrived at Kingpin's tower and encountered Black Cat. We chased her down, and after she confessed her feelings to me, I realized my mic had been off this entire time. Alright, so my mic was off. I'm sorry about that, but we're here with Black Cat. I said earlier that we're only choosing red options for this playthrough because we're going for the good ending. Let's continue and choose the red option.
I can't do that.
Can't or won't?
Same thing.
Good guy Spidey, baby. Super Ego. Black Cat spurned. Bad Kitty. Black Cat defeated. Now that I was in Act 2, I wasn't worried about the gangs anymore. I now had to take down Kingpin's army, and while stopping one of his groups, I got an achievement for parrying an enemy. Oh my gosh, the wall controls are wacky as shit. I once again had another optional objective to save civilians, so I reverted back to my old ways. I'm trying to save people. I mean, this is a bad look for me. Every time I'm getting the defeat enemies achievement, it's just me not defeating enemies. I saved some more people, but it was time to progress in the story. We got a lead that something might be going down at the Daily Bugle. So we traveled over there, but it ended up being a dead end. The courthouse was where all the action was at, and there was a heavy enemy placing bombs around the building, and it was up to Spider-Man to remove them. Oh shit, Spider-Man!
Nice throw!
There's 8 bombs? What the fuck? Fuck you. Stop putting bombs on the place.
Thanks, fellas.
I mean, I'm just throwing those in there. I only ended up having to dispose of 6 bombs since I took out the enemies, and I also got an achievement for performing all 3 types of attacks on an enemy 10 times. Can you throw another bomb on the place, please? I saved the day. You could thank me. If you want to give me cookies, I'll take those as well. That's Rhino from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now I see where they got the idea from. I'm gonna have to throw cars at this thing. Catch this. Self-destruct button initiated. Eviction. I'm assuming that's for kicking somebody out of the mech suit. That thing's about to blow up. The bigger they come. First tech mech defeated, and the other one was for obviously taking a pilot out of the seat. I defeated the second mech, and the enemies began to retreat. But to no surprise, Spider-Man was able to follow the cargo ball back to the secret base. And here we are, the secret base.
This place has all the telltale signs of a secret base.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you a Jedi now? This isn't fair. Well, you'd be a Sith. Yeah, uh-oh. Oh my gosh, I'm in the Matrix. Holy shit. Okay, he's dead. But we're choosing the red path, so we probably won't kill him.
Cops will be here soon to gather you up and put you back in the coop.
Get it? Because he's a vulture?
How about a roll?
Oh, yeah. Kill me. There we go. We got the achievement for defeating Vulture. After taking down the Vulture, we went to another hideout for Kingpin's army. But when I got there, we were ambushed by a group of civilians. What the hell? What is going on? Oh, they're symbiotes. At least they're infected by the symbiote. Oh, can I get a 100 combo? I did. Let's go. I'm fighting these weird things. My time of injuring innocent civilians was over as the cops reached the rooftop. They witnessed me launching them off of the roof and they began firing at me, but they did not hit me due to my plot armor, and now I was labeled as a criminal to everybody. We then headed over to Hell's Kitchen to investigate a report when we were ambushed by an old friend. All right, what do we have here? Oh, Wolverine! Wolverine could sense the symbiote on me, so to prove my legitimacy to him, I had to answer some good old-fashioned trivia questions, and after playing the game show, I proved to him that I was the real Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah. You're not just irritating. You are Spider-Man.
You waited all that time to figure out that it was just me. That was for defeating Wolverine. After the encounter with Wolverine, we found Venom once again as he was ramping up his army, and while trying to prevent his army from growing, I got another achievement. No sweat. 1,000 enemies defeated. I'm assuming that's the final enemies defeated achievement. I then defeated the symbiotes and now only had Venom left to defeat. You're done. It's not over though. This fight might be over, but we're not finished with him. And for some reason, we're not chasing after him. You know, we just spent all that time chasing after him, but we'll let him go. That was for defeating Venom twice. Not really defeating them when you let them run away. I then jumped into the next mission, which took place at the quarantine zone SHIELD was setting up due to the symbiotes spreading. So we're in the mission Shock Therapy? Maybe Electro? I don't know. I would like to see Electro though. Hey, Black Widow. And Electro. Okay, good. After seeing that Shock Therapy title in the mission, you know, it's gonna be Electro. We chased Electro around and then ended up tricking him into blowing up a couple of generators. Okay, well, that's not good. Good shot. I didn't see any blood though, so I don't know what you shot him with. Black Widow began ordering me around, but then the reason Electro was here in the first place was revealed. His sister was being held here because she was infected, and she used her symbiote to heal him from the gunshot wound. Oh, what the hell?
You are under arrest.
No, I am not. Grounded. Electro defeated. Once again, every time it tells me someone's defeated, they're not defeated. Did we not just see what happened there? After Tony Stark and Reed Richards did not answer the phone, Spider-Man devised a plan to break the Tinkerer out of jail so that he could create a device to eliminate all of the symbiotes. So we now find ourselves on Rikers Island, using the Rhino to traverse the grounds a little easier. Through here, right? Maybe not. Hey. Buddy, guys, I think he's stuck. After a couple of minutes of Rhino being stuck on the wall, I realized that my combo was actually glitching when I would hit him, so I decided to take advantage of the opportunity. Oh, maybe I could cheese a 250 combo out of this. I feel like I'm in God of War again. You gotta take advantage of the glitches you get. This is how you get the 250 combo. There we go. I think that's the final combo achievement, and yeah. I cheesed it. I wasn't able to get Rhino unstuck, so I had to blow myself up and then restart so that Rhino could break me into the Tinkerer's cell. And just like an expert thief, we were in and out without a trace. Hello, Mr. Tinkerer. How are you doing? And there we go, we got the achievement for completing Act 2. I lied. Pretty much everyone we knew showed up to Rikers Island and was a little bit upset that we broke him out of prison. But they ended up deciding that it was in the city's best interest to let the Tinkerer help build a sonic bomb to stop the symbiotes. And now that I was in Act 3, I began doing more optional missions and I found myself saving more civilians and defeating a ton of enemies. You asshole. Spider-Man, let's just kill this guy. This guy. Stop sucking me in. excessive Spider-Man. This is for completing half of all the optional goals. While continuing with the optional missions, I also began parrying enemies so that I could get the achievement for doing that 100 times. I need you to attack me for the trophy. Thank you. Shit, I called it a trophy. I called it a trophy, so I'll go get ready for my execution. It turns out that if we wanted to build the bomb, the Tinkerer was going to need some items that were in possession of the Kingpin. So Spider-Man headed over to Kingpin's tower and disabled all the security systems to reach him, and while taking down some enemies on the wall, I got another achievement. Wall combo skill, what's that for? Defeat 50 enemies using only wall combos. Kingpin was fine with helping out, but he wanted me to take down the symbiotes with the electrical power since they were attacking his men. Alright, so I think we're locating the source of the electro symbiotes, so we're probably going to have a boss fight with the electro symbiote. Yeah, this is definitely a boss fight. Oh shit. Here he is. We saw him earlier when he got infected. Even with the symbiote enhancing powers, this boss fight was a breeze and Electro stood no chance. And he's dead. We're gonna choose the red path, obviously.
Come on, Electro! Fight it off! Give it everything you've got!
Good motivation, Spider-Man. It's really helping.
My sister. My only family.
Is he dead? Because if we get an achievement for actually killing him, that will make sense. Defeat Symbiote Electro. Now that one actually makes sense. After defeating Symbiote Electro, I went back to working on the optional objectives, and now that I had the ability to call in airstrikes in the palm of my hand, things were much easier. Okay, so this possibly could be the final optional objective I need. So we're just gonna place this here, you know, call in the usual, you know, just a regular airstrike, and hopefully get the achievement. No. I did not get the achievement since I technically did not complete the objective. To fully complete it, I needed to report back to Black Widow and then have an optional conversation with her. This chat could be my 60th optional thing completed. And yes, we got it. That was the only missable achievement, and I'm glad we got it. 60 bonus goals completed. I then had to take down some of the Vulture symbiotes, and while working on defeating them, I got another achievement. I mean, 30 enemies. We've done it before, but it's like these enemies, a little excessive. 20 enemies web strike bounced in succession. That was definitely not for 20 enemies, probably 20 strikes. That was only like 3 or 4 enemies. The next task was to protect Stark Tower from the symbiote attack, and we did so by calling in an airstrike. There were still people down there. Oh, I can max out my abilities now. I believe we'll get an achievement for doing this. I don't see why we wouldn't. There's a lot of upgrades. After somehow protecting Stark Tower with an airstrike, we headed over to Harlem to evacuate the citizens, but the refugee camp was too far away to escort them safely. So while S.H.I.E.L.D. set up a safe way to escort them, we headed over to the church to assist Wolverine in escorting the civilians who are trapped there. But as we were leaving, the symbiotes latched onto the ship and Wolverine jumped back to the church so that the people could escape. Why didn't we just ring the bell? Oh, shit. A Wolverine symbiote boss battle. Oh my shizzle.
No!
I'm not letting you kill me. Obviously, we're going red path.
Boy, talk about cutting yourself down to size.
Yeah, well, I prefer life this way.
Must be nice,
What?
knowing who you are.
See the water falling down my window, water falling down my window. I think there's an alien outside. I think there's a monster outside.
Okay, bub. And we got the achievement for defeating the symbiote Wolverine. I then escorted the caravan to safety, which brought us back to where we started. The black cat that we saw in the beginning was not the black cat we knew. It was the symbiote version of her, and that was our next battle. And like most of the boss battles, this was pretty easy. I'm really giving it to her here. Pause. After Black Cat was weakened, she decided to go after Mary Jane, but Spider-Man saved her and then launched Black Cat off of the ship. Oh yeah, what a throw, Spider-Man. Well, to get the symbiote off of somebody, you just have to throw him off of a tall-ass building. You already know what we were picking, the red option.
He really loves you.
Come back to me.
You know I will.
And that is how you save both of your girlfriends at the same time. And we got an achievement for defeating symbiote Black Cat. To no surprise, there was another symbiote enemy, and this time it was the Vulture. And to defeat him, you guessed it, we threw him off of a building. Oh no, Vulture, or symbiote Vulture. I told you, if you want to get the symbiote off somebody, you gotta throw him off the top of a building. And there we go. The achievement for defeating Symbiote Vulture. Somehow Vulture and I were back on top of the Empire State Building and he gave me this ultimatum. Let the bomb go off and eliminate all of the symbiotes, or disable the bomb and embrace my inner bad boy. But since I had chosen all red options, the game automatically chose to allow the bomb to go off, subsequently removing all the symbiotes in New York City. Wait, you're telling me I don't get to fight Venom in this ending?
Spider-Man, the device appears to have worked. We are... Venom! He is on the helicarrier.
I was gonna say, there's no way you have all this lead up to like Venom and you don't get to fight him. We headed up to the helicarrier with the help of Moon Knight and then planted bombs inside of it to blow Venom and the helicarrier up. But the plan did not work. Oh my god, he is huge. To defeat the roided up Venom, I had to beat 4 of his heads in. And it was pretty simple. So after doing that, Spider-Man aimed the cannons at his actual head and they fired away.
Nice trick. He's not staying down. Maybe we can get some help from the inside. Eddie, I want to talk to you, the real Venom!
Oh shit, I was not expecting that quick time event, but we still got it. Am I gonna use the blades of the helicarrier to chop him up? Hey, how's it going? Fuck. Once again, I didn't have my hands on my controller. Ha, can't get me this time, buddy. Imagine failing the quick time event. Couldn't be me.
So tired. Help me.
Take my hand!
You're not gonna believe what I'm gonna choose here. I'm gonna choose red.
Get out of here, Parker. Time to die. Like a man.
Damn, Eddie. I feel like that's gonna cause some issues on for the people of the city.
And for once, things look pretty good for our hero.
Oh my god. Are you narrating?
How long were you standing there?
I heard superheroes like to do that, but I never thought that you'd.
Please.
Man, the chemistry is off the charts right now. Sparks are flying. I chose red the entire game for that ending. For the Mary Jane and Spider-Man ending. And we got an achievement for completing Web of Shadows. Now there are 4 endings in total, 2 red and 2 symbiote endings. And to get the other red ending, I needed to go back to the Black Cat fight, and instead of choosing the red option like before, I had to choose the symbiote option when given the choice. Alright, so here we are, we're gonna make our first symbiote choice, and let's see what happens with Black Cat here. Vice. First black suit choice. Whoa, my gosh. After making that choice, Mary Jane hated my guts. But nothing else changed. The game still auto-picked the red option for me when given the choice from Vulture, and Eddie still blew up the helicarrier, but now instead of having MJ by my side, she wouldn't even pick up my call.
I just hope that someday you'll understand that I did what I did because I was so desperate to win.
That didn't make any sense. The only symbiote option we chose had nothing to do with winning. And there we go, we got the achievement for the red suit conclusion. Before I started my second playthrough to get the 2 symbiote endings, I wanted to grab all of the collectibles in the game. So I spent the next couple of hours picking up spiders throughout the city, and then after 2 hours, I finally did it. I collected half of all the collectibles in the game. Now the good thing is I don't have to collect another 1,080 of these, I only have to collect another 920. Now after you collect 1,000 spiders, the rest of the spiders appear on your minimap. This made going after them 10 times easier, so I was able to get the final 1,000 a lot quicker than I got the first 1,000. And finally, I've reached the final collectible. This is definitely the most collectibles I've ever collected in a game before. 2,000's crazy. There we go. Max out Spider-Man. There's actually another 160 that I can collect, but I think I'm going to pass on that. I then began progressing throughout the story with my bad boy maxed out Spidey, and this time I wasn't going to let Black Cat get away from me.
Felicia, you in there? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
I'm right here, you idiot.
How did he not see her?
I still love you.
I bet that kiss was really intimate.
You do like fun, don't you?
I mean, well, last time I said no. This time I'm saying yes.
You're right. I could use a little more fun in my life.
I like how his voice got deeper there too. Really showing his
I
dominance
promise you this whole
with his
city-
tight ass. And that's the end of the game. So we got the achievement for spending time with Black Cat. I continued choosing the bad boy options and not much differed from my good playthrough. But there was one symbiote choice that took me by surprise. And now we choose the symbiote path. What's this one gonna be for Wolverine?
Kill you for this.
Holy shit, Spider-Man. That was definitely the most violent symbiote choice that I've made so far. I know he'll be fine since he's Wolverine, but like, oh my gosh. We then took down Black Cat once again, and for this playthrough I went full evil, so I chose the symbiote option. We already know what happens when we choose this path, but we don't know what ending it leads to, so I am excited to see that. I'm assuming we'll have like some kind of like relationship like we did with Mary Jane. Just like before, we gave her some of the symbiote, but this time when given the ultimatum from Vulture, we destroyed the bomb and let our inner bad boy win. The entire Venom fight was the same, but now I had to make the final choice. Okay, so this is a big decision. I hope we get to see something like interesting when we choose this option.
Got you. So long, Brock.
This ending led to us having Black Cat by our side, and then another scene that made the ending worth it. Ooh, what is this? There's more.
Are you in full control?
I'm dandy.
Bring
Wolverine.
me Spider-Man, dead or alive.
I'm going with dead.
That would like set up the perfect sequel. And there we go, we got the achievement for getting the Black Cat and Spider-Man ending. That would literally be like a perfect like sequel where you play as Wolverine instead and you have to hunt down Spider-Man. I like that ending. Now once again, I was back with Black Cat, but this time I chose the red option to save her so that we could get the final achievement that we needed. But other than that, everything else remained the same. Alright, we're back here again. We're gonna choose the same symbiote option, but as you saw earlier, we chose the red option when we were saving Black Cat. So we will get a different ending, but we're still going to viciously murder Venom. And we did just that as we blew up Venom in the helicarrier. This ending better be cool because I saved it for last. So this time we don't have Black Cat.
MJ, she thinks she can just walk away. You'll be mine again, Mary Jane. No one will ever say no to me again.
Okay, that's not a bad boy. That is a criminal. And there we go, the final achievement, anti-hero. The black suit conclusion earned. And this is every single achievement, 45 out of 45. I hope you enjoyed me going over to Xbox to play this game because it's a game I really wanted to play. Edge of Time is still my favorite Spider-Man game. I hope you did enjoy the video, and I hope you're having a good day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, breakfast, lunch, dinner, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Have a good one.